All through his life, he has been reviving ancient knowledge and creating tools and techniques that have benefited millions across the globe in living a deeper and a more joyous life. In 1981, the art of living was established by Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar. Nurtured by his care and contribution, the art of living has rapidly grown across 156 countries, reaching over 450 million people.
More people are searching harder for inner peace these days. Would you agree?
Correct.
One of Gurudev's most unique offerings to the world is the Sudarshan Kriya, a powerful breathing technique that facilitates physical, mental, emotional and social well-being. He has designed 57 exclusive courses that empower individuals and cater to the needs of a wide spectrum of institutions in the society. Back then, Gurudev started the Art of Living service projects by taking responsibility of reviving a sinking school which had no funds. Today, his intention has manifested in over 702 free schools, which provides education and food to more than 80,000 children in rural and tribal parts of India. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Art of Living Foundation pioneered the I Stand With Humanity initiative, providing more than 80 million meals to the daily wage earners in over 170 cities across India. The service initiative during the pandemic included the distribution of 6,000 tons of food to 5 million families. It helped set up 7 COVID care hospitals and provided with over 200,000 PPE kits. Trauma relief programs were also conducted for more than 1 million migrant laborers and COVID warriors to bring mental relief. To combat the fear, stress and anxiety during such times, Gurudev launched the World Meditates campaign and also personally conducted online guided meditations twice daily, touching the lives of millions by bringing solace and keeping the hope alive. From childhood, Gurudev had immense faith in the principle of non-violence. With escalating violence and conflict in the world, Gurudev has brought peace in situations where war seemed like the only solution. Thousands of militants and Naxalites laid down their weapons and chose meditation in the northeast and other parts of India. His efforts include bringing an end to a 52-year-old fierce conflict between the FARC and the Colombian government.
Ojalá podamos los colombianos abrazar pronto el principio gandiano de la no violencia. Coincidimos con el maestro Shankar.
Gurudev has visited Iraq several times and addressed peace conferences to bring respite to the nation and its citizens. He has hosted a series of trust-enhancing interventions in Jammu and Kashmir, providing all the stakeholders to voice their opinions in an effort to restore peace in the valley.
I was named Muhammad, but after becoming a militant, I was called Khalid. We had been taught to operate guns, arms and train other youths. But now, after doing the Art of Living course and meeting Sri Sri, we realized we had chosen the wrong path. We now want to spread love and non-violence in Kashmir.
Gurudev's programs have impacted people involved in armed conflicts across the world, making him a global ambassador of peace.
We gather today in this wonderful occasion of tolerance, blessed by our Master of Love.
Gurudev strongly believes that behind every culprit, there is a victim crying for help. The Art of Living prison program is helping to rehabilitate the prisoners. It has reached out to over 800,000 prisoners globally and has brought immense transformation in their lives.
I used to actually look forward to fights. But now since doing this course, I'm a total different person. I can now walk away from a fight
I don't think any human being is totally bad. If he's bad, it's only his understanding, his behavior, his actions. But there is a good side to him, and I only see that.
The Art of Living's Welcome Home Troops project has transformed lives and brought veterans out of aggression and depression. 94% of these veterans who were suffering from the unseen wounds of war reported peace of mind and reduced stress and anxiety levels. The Art of Living has also been working towards the betterment of the environment. 40 plus rivers and thousands of water bodies in India have been revived. Conducted more than 100,000 cleanliness drives. Planted over 81 million trees in 36 countries. More than 2.2 million farmers have been trained to adopt natural farming till date. Gurudev found the Sri Sri Rural Development Program Trust to empower rural India. Volunteers have developed thousands of model villages across India, providing solar energy to over 90,000 individuals under Light a Home project. Gurudev's vast global network of volunteers is well known for mobilizing trauma and disaster relief for the affected populations around the world. In a world torn apart by religious, social, national and cultural divides, Gurudev's vision is to see the whole world as one family. Gurudev inspired Guinness World Record events like the World Culture Festival. The festival brought together over 3.75 million people from 155 countries with spectacular performances on a breathtaking 7-acre stage equivalent to 6 football fields by 36,602 dancers and musicians from around the globe, celebrating the diversity of all faiths and cultures. The Art of Living has hosted historic events leading to multiple Guinness World Records.
If you can have a mind of a scientist and a spiritual force of His Holiness Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji gives, then we have a beautiful world and happy world and prosperous world.
And organizing a meeting no politician on earth could ever dream of.
The Art of Living Foundation. For 25 years it worked on programs promoting peace, combating violence and drug addiction, empowering our youth. It has an incredible following that cuts through all religions, cultures, and backgrounds. A very, very difficult thing to do in today's world.
Gurudev has been conferred with numerous awards around the globe, including the highest civilian award of Colombia, Mongolia, and Paraguay, the Padma Vibhushan, one of India's highest civilian award, and 21 honorary doctorates globally. His vision for the world is to see a smile on every face and create a stress-free and violence-free society.
The voice of peace, the voice of truth should be heard loud and clear.
Good evening and a warm welcome to all you NIFTians to this event, Fashioning Your Life, an interaction with Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Let me take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Shantmanuji, the Director General of NIFT. He holds a BE in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Roorkee and a PG Diploma in Management. He has done a one-year business leadership program from IIM Calcutta and also went to the University of California, Berkeley, USA to study strategy for negotiations. Mr. Shantmanuji is a 1991 batch IAS officer of the Jammu and Kashmir cadre. Along with being the Director General of NIFT, he has also a dual role as the Commissioner Development Commissioner, Handicrafts in the Government of India. In a career spanning over 30 years, he has held key positions in the Jammu and Kashmir cadre, including Chief Electoral Officer, Divisional Commissioner, Jammu and Kashmir, and DM of Kargil. He has been actively associated with the art of living for over 2 decades and also an art of living faculty. Mr. Shantanu is a motivational speaker, poet, and storyteller. Without much ado, let me welcome Shantanu and take this opportunity to welcome Gurudev for this evening and ask Shantanu to take the proceedings forward.
Namaste and Jai Gurudev. First of all, I welcome Pujya Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar ji for this interactive session with NIFT fraternity, for which we were waiting for such a long time. We were eagerly looking for this. I also welcome the 4 panelists with me, the 4 campus directors here. Dr. Vandana Narang, Director Delhi Campus, Dr. Ajit Khare, Director Campus NIFT Gandhinagar, Dr. Puneet Sood, Director NIFT Kannur, and Dr. Arindam Das, Director NIFT Shillong. Gurudev, we have 17 campuses, but because of screen space, only 4 campus directors have been invited. And all other campus directors, all faculty members, and all students are already connected with us. So they're all watching us and listening to us. I will just give you a brief about NIFT, Gurudev. National Institute of Fashion Technology, which we call NIFT in short, was established in 1986 under the aegis of Ministry of Textile as an educational and research institute on behalf of Government of India in the field of textile and fashion sector. Later, they started with Delhi campus only, but later 16 more campuses joined with us. Later in 2006, an act was passed in the parliament, NIFT Act, whereby we became a statutory body. And now we give our own degrees, both undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhDs also. So now we are pioneer in this field. And now certainly the best fashion institute in the country. On top of that, if you look at the world scenario, this is one of the world's best 12 fashion institutes in the world. And because of that, we have got MOUs and strategic alliances with more than 35 international fashion institutes all over the world. Our alumni occupy the key positions in the fashion and textile sector all over the world, and particularly in India and neighboring countries. The main factor behind this is that our curriculum undergoes a very rapid change as per the requirement, and it's very dynamic. Our main focus is, of course, on the fashion and textile and apparel sector, but our main focus is on sustainability of environment. We call it circular fashion, so there is no wastage. It's always eco-friendly. We are also focused on ethical issues, human rights, competitive market scenarios, and recently life skills has been added to our curriculum. Now, Guruji, we offer general electives as mandatory course. We call it personality development. And the Yes Plus course of Art of Living very easily fits into that. And with that in mind, we started courses, and now more than 2,200 students of different campuses have attended this personality development program, and they have been immensely benefited. In addition, almost all our directors, many of our faculty members, and more than 300 of our faculty and staff, they have also attended the recently held breath and meditation workshop. Their experience, Guruji, I can sum it up in a very popular song of Kishore Kumar, since I'm a Kishore Kumar fan. छूकर मेरे मन को किया तूने क्या इशारा, बदला ये मौसम लगे प्यारा जगसारा. In fact, since this is a fashion and creativity institute, I would like to play it on guitar, since I play Hawaiian guitar also. Just one line, just to give a creative color to the entire show. Here is the bar. Yeah. I've just come from office, Guruji, so maybe it is slightly out of tune, but.
Wonderful.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow.
Now I would request. Thank you. मुझे
ये तो
प्रैक्टिस
आप
करने का
छुपे
टाइम मिला।
क्यों निकले? You never told
When I
me
was in,
before that you are good in music too.
thank you गुरुजी। म्यूजिक एंड पोएट्री ये दो मेरे शौक है गुरुजी। तो अब मैं आई विल रिक्वेस्ट डॉक्टर वंदना नारंग, डायरेक्टर दिल्ली कैंपस, टू आई मीन to say something, and I will request, and they have few questions also, Guruji. In fact, I have got a lot of questions, a bowl full of questions from students that we will talk later. Yeah, Dr. Vandana.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव। आज आपके सामने बात करने की मेरी कभी हिम्मत नहीं होती, लेकिन आज कोशिश करके आपको बताऊंगी। हमने ये कोर्स, जैसे कि आप जानते हैं गुरुदेव, 3 साल पहले शुरू किया था। MOU के अंडर हमने अभी किया। स्टूडेंट्स के बहुत अमेजिंग एक्सपीरियंस हैं गुरुदेव। They have for the first time they have not met in pandemic. All the classes have been online. The students have never met, never seen each other, but they did a relay with poetry, which was done by 7 people in 7 different locations, never having met. It was so beautifully done. Secondly, as academicians and directors, these students who have done this course have no practically zero disciplinary issue after they have done the course. The Sudarshan Kriya magic works like magic here also. It is amazing experience, Gurudev, and we are really blessed that you allowed us to do this to suit our personality development program. One of the questions which has come to me as director, and I'm reading it out, lot of people, especially students, are feeling isolated during the pandemic. What can we do to help people feel more connected with each other?
No, fortunately, we have social media. We have phones, we have emails, we have, other social media channels by which we can keep connected. Social distancing does not mean lack of communication. So we must understand that we maintain social distancing, but we should continue social connectivity. We are connected, number one. Second is, this is the time for people to think about some new ideas. See, when you are in the crowd, you don't get new ideas. To get innovative ideas, you need a quiet corner. So this situation can be used to get new different fashion ideas, new innovative ideas. This is the time that they should do. Third thing is, this is time to learn more. See, now Shantmanu has learned guitar. He never told me before. Like this, when pandemic, people can learn tablas, they can learn music, they can learn other ways. And then fourth is, there is plenty of information out there. Fashion technology is a huge area in the world. So we must explore what's happening in the world. If students can spend a few minutes every day spending time to learn about the fashion that is going around in the world, in different parts of the world, they will be very enriched. Excuse me. और ये पैंडेमिक के टाइम में घबराने की जरूरत नहीं, कोई घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। कुछ पुरानी और कुछ नई चीज़ों पर अपना ध्यान दे सकते हैं। क्या होता है फैशन इंडस्ट्री में, जो जिसको पुराना कर देते हैं वो फिर नया फैशन बन के आ जाता है रिसाइकल होके। ऐसे चीज़ को एकदम लेटेस्ट फैशन समझते हैं वो पुराना हो जाता है, साल भर में वो पुराना हो जाता है। जब तक आप पढ़ के बाहर निकलोगे तब तक जो आपने सीखा ये लेटेस्ट फैशन वो सब ओल्ड फैशन हो जाता है। ये जो समय है यहाँ हमें एकदम डायनामिक रहना पड़ेगा, और ये क्षेत्र ही ऐसा है, आप नित्य नवनूतन बने रहना पड़ेगा आपको। जैसे अपना वेदांत में कहते हैं ना, हमारी चेतना नित्य नूतन है, तो ऐसे ही नित्य नूतनता हमें अपने बुद्धि में भी लानी पड़ेगी।
I will request Dr. Ajit Khare to speak.
Jai Gurudev.
हाँ जी।
Probably this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to interact with you. I have a very basic question. Particularly, I'm saying how to balance this materialistic day-to-day life with the spiritual life.
Life as this is materialistic, this is spiritual. When you see this entire creation is part of Creator, the dancer cannot be away from the dance. Dance cannot be separated from the dancer. नटराज का सिंबल ही यही है, ये प्रकृति में परमात्मा विलीन है, तो प्रकृति में जो भी काम यहाँ कर रहे हैं समर्पित होके करें. If you work with dedication, that is called karma yoga. So anything you do, that could be spiritual. You are doing with 100% attention, and you draw pleasure by giving pleasure to others. That is spiritual. See, there are two types of happiness. One happiness is materialistic happiness, what we so call materialist. We grab something and we feel happy. But when we contribute something, that happiness that comes to us when we contribute, that I think is spiritual. So we have to mature from grabbing to contributing. And if we can do this, then, like a grandmother at home or elders at home who enjoy supporting the children, supporting the grandchildren. Like that, if everyone start doing some social service, caring for the less privileged people, I think that is spirituality. And in between, like every day you take shower, you sit and meditate few minutes, you sing for few minutes. This I would call as mental hygiene, yoga, meditation. We can always take 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to take care of our body, mind. And when you are acting, let us be sincere. Let us know that, we don't want to cheat anybody, because you don't like to be cheated by anyone, so you should not cheat anybody. If you follow these few simple, basic ethics in life, I would say that you are really spiritual. Yeah. It has to be integrated. Spiritual life, material life are not compartments. It's not like just going to puja room and then going to your dining hall and bedroom. Your entire home is a temple. If you have that consciousness, you can go to puja room, but in your heart there should be the sincerity, compassion, love for all, and integrity. Then I would say you are both spiritual and you can pursue material, whatever heights you want to go in the material life, you can go ahead.
Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Khare. Now I request Dr. Puneet Sood, Director NIFT Kannur.
Namaskaram, Gurudev.
नमस्कार।
अविस्मरणीय पल मेरे लिए, मेरी जिंदगी का अविस्मरणीय पल, हिमालय से समुद्र की ओर कन्नूर की तरफ मैं आया हूँ। मेरा गुरुदेव आपसे एक ही प्रश्न है। समटाइम वी फील कि वी आर फॉलोइंग अ राइट पाथ और रॉन्ग पाथ, especially in young age. So how do we know that the path we are walking on is right or wrong, and will it lead us to peace, harmony and love?
हाँ, हमारे भीतर एक इंट्यूटिव फोर्स होता है, अंतस्फुरणा होती है। जब भी कोई गलत काम करते मन में कोई कांटा चुभता है, बस उसको सुन लें, तब हमको जो सही करते हैं तो खुशी मिलती है, गलत करने जाते हैं तो कई कंपन होता है, डर होता है, कांटा चुभता है अंदर से। तो यही इसका पूरा वो है, निशान है। तो हमको आगे कैसे बढ़ना, ये यही है, अपनी अपनी कॉन्शियसनेस के हिसाब से। जस्ट फॉलो योर कॉन्शियंसेस. When your conscience says, yeah, this is the right thing I should do, you do it. And you should know that if someone does what you're doing to others, will it give you happiness or pain? This is ये कसौटी है. This is the test. What I am doing now, if someone does it to me, will it affect my happiness? So don't do something to your customer what you don't want your vendors to do to you. See, no businessman want their vendor to cheat them. So when the vendors should not cheat them, the customer should also not be cheated. This is the basic ethics. और कुछ नहीं है. Basic ethics. इतना हम follow करें, then you can praise whatever you want, you can do whatever you want, but make sure that you don't become too greedy when you want to go up in the ladder of, socio-economic structure. यहाँ greed काम में नहीं आएगा. यहाँ हमें क्या, you may achieve higher heights by hook or crook, but then you will fall very fast also. We have see how many people went up the ladder so fast and they just had a very big fall. They cannot get up back again. So for young people, I would say, as students, you should have aspirations, you should have dreams, you should have ambitions. But always remember the baseline for it is ethics. Do not go take any means to achieve your goal which would be harmful for you and for others.
धन्यवाद. Arindam Das, Director NIFT Shillong.
Namaskar, Gurudev. It is indeed a rare honor and privilege to be on this panel. And this wonderful journey started with a great experiential workshop Arundima ma'am had conducted for us in Gandhinagar. And it is so heartening to see this experience now spread to our students. And like Professor Narang had said, we have seen very distinct and positive behavioral changes in some of our students. And when we had the concluding session for personality development in Shillong, it was nice to see radiant smiles on the students' faces when they interacted with us. So I just wanted to share this with you, Guruji. And the question I have in mind is, how do we keep our minds focused during this, in the current context of long, online working hours?
Pranayamas and meditation will help us. If we keep doing 2 or 3 times some pranayams and then meditation at least twice a day, that can fill us with so much energy. See, especially when you have to be in front of the screen and you have to be online, this radioactive electromagnetic waves affect our brain a lot, and our eyesight, our brain, our attention, everything gets affected. So time and again, we must just close our eyes, relax for a few minutes, and let go. Uh, that would definitely help our body and our mind also. Number one. Second is taking nature walk. Shillong is a beautiful place. There is so much to see around and take a walk. Nature walk, consciously walk with rhythmic breathing. Breathe in and put one step, breathe out and put another step. If you do this for even 10 minutes, conscious rhythmic walking linked with the breath, that can also energize our system and bring the focus. The third thing is seeing life from a bigger context. See, at any particular time, what is that is bothering you? How your mind is getting cluttered with different issues. If you just take a look at it and take a couple of deep breaths and let go, and relax, you again get the focus. And one more thing I would say is you should have good sleep. 6 to 7 hours of good sleep would be good. Yeah.
Thank you, Gurudev, for all these wonderful answers. Now, Gurudev, we have more than 13,000 students and of course faculty, and everybody is watching and listening to us. We have got many questions from students. And for this better conduct of this question session by students, I would like to call my better half Arunima Sinha here to help me in picking up questions. Guruji, as we know that this started in 2005 when I was director NIFT Kolkata. तो वहां पे कुछ कोर्सेज ऑर्गेनाइज किए थे और उसके बाद से बीच में देयर वाज सम गैप एंड देन फाइनली जब लास्ट ईयर मैं ज्वाइंड हियर एज डीजी निफ्ट ये साथ में शुरू हुआ है. तो अरुणिमा will join me in helping me in picking up these chips and then asking questions.
Pranam Gurudev.
Arunima. Go ahead.
So just mingle it.
So Gurudev, I have about more than 200 questions here that the students have asked. And in this bowl, there are numbers. So Shantanu ji will pick the number.
This is the first lucky one.
So I'll read out.
49.
Okay.
49. See, what is question number 49?
So question number 49.
What you can do is, you can ask few questions today. Obviously, we cannot go through all the 2,000 questions. Let us 200 questions. What we will do is we will take few questions now today. The rest of the questions, if you mail me over the period of a week's time, we can give answers for all the other questions also, so that we don't
that will
disappoint
be great.
anybody.
Yeah, we will make a book of it. एक सबका हम compendium बना लेंगे. That will be great souvenir to all of us.
We will mail them.
Yeah. So, Gurudev, the question is, practically, we do not forget anything good or bad that happens to us. My question is how to make failures from the past a mere part of memory and move ahead.
Don't try. You cannot try to forget something. If you try to forget something, that very act will not let you forget. It will make that memory more concrete. So what I would say is keep yourself busy in the present moment. There are so many things to do. Keep marching ahead. If you are loaded with a lot of work, you have no time to sit and think and remember something of the past. So keep yourself very busy. Read, write, engage in sports. All this, when you are running, say, suppose you are running for 1 hour in the morning, you will find your mind is not worrying at that time. Sit and watch the flowing river, the water, flowing water. or watch the clouds that are moving. These, being with nature will help you a great deal to be in the present moment. Yeah. Next.
Yeah, second question is number 82.
Okay. 82 is right here. This is it. Yeah. So the question, Gurudev, is my family is against most of my decisions and choices. Following my dreams is against the family ethics. How do I know if I am on the right path, and how do I deal with this phase in my life?
There is always a give and take. Sometimes what your family says may be right. Sometimes what you think is right. You can never take a hard stand that what I think is always right, what family thinks is always wrong. Or the other way around, what I am thinking is always wrong and what family thinks is only right. You cannot do that. You have to walk the delicate middle path. Sometimes listen to the family. They may be right. Sometimes convince them what you think is the right and you want to pursue your dream. You don't have to give up your dream. You should be skillful in convincing your parents that your dream is going to pay off well and they should be happy about it. Yeah. One thing you remember, your parents, your family are your well-wishers. They want the best for you. Baseline. When you forget this, then you will find them as your enemies. And they are not. In heart of heart, they want the best for you, and so they will insist even more to follow their dreams. But at the same time, when you know that they are your well-wisher, you will start seeing things in a different light, without prejudice, without thinking they are against you, they don't want to support your dream. These ideas which you uh, normally harbor in yourself, you can let go of those things. And but don't let go of of your dream. So walk the middle path. Yeah.
Third is 72.
How to deal with the insecurity of the future? We avoid it or let it pass by, yet it comes back in one form or the other. How do I feel secure with myself?
Listen, this is not the first time you're feeling insecure. Just remember, even before getting into the education system, you felt insecurity. Even before you got your SSLC board exams, you were having these sort of feelings. So the best way to combat these feelings is meditation. If you meditate, listen to some knowledge, some wisdom, that will help you to afloat and not drown in the ocean of worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next is 54.
Karl Marx once told, religion is the opium of the people. Please comment on it.
Karl Marx.
You see, Karl Marx had no idea about the Indian spirituality or Indian religion. All that he knew is that was applicable for everywhere. For him, his experience was religion was an opium, means people would just blindly follow it. On the other side, here in India, if you see, it's the religion that has helped people to overcome bad times. When there is an examination fear, children go to Ganesha temple and pray, and with that prayer, they go back to their exams with the confidence, okay, God is going to help them. So religion has helped people in time of anxieties, in time of uncertainties, in time of war and famine, in time of low self-esteem, all these mental, social issues can be solved if a faith is there in a person. So it empowers an individual. Faith empowers an individual to sail over tough times. It keeps you a healthy mind and it gives you confidence. But these positive aspects of religion were not known in the West or in the Russian time at that time when Karl Marx was there. If he had seen Indian spirituality, he would not have said what he had said. So this is very different. You know, in India, there was no such religious authority like they had in the West, where one authority, one person, one pope says something, everybody has to listen. There was a Spanish Inquisition at that time. Karl Marx knew about the Spanish Inquisition, where scientists were butchered, they were tortured and killed. Not one scientist was ever, even not an atheist, were condemned in this country. Even Charvaka, who was an atheist, was also given a place as a rishi, as a person, as a darshanik. So this country had a tolerance and a scientific appraisal of spiritual values or ethereal values. And that was missing in Karl Marx's time. So his experience was that. In India, we always encouraged diversity in thought. Anubhadra kratavo yantu vishwatomukha. Let knowledge come to us from all sides. This is what the Vedas have said. And here we always said, treat the other as yourself. And it's not God sitting somewhere in the heaven. Say, Tattvamasi, thou art that. These are the knowledge that this country has given and which has scientific temper and always supported science. So it can't be called an opium. Yeah.
Oh, number 100.
And even when the, when any such philosopher said something, you cannot try to, you don't need to follow all that. You can honor, you should know the background, the context in which those words were said. Yeah. Yeah.
Number 100, you said, no?
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. Gurudev, the student has asked, what are the struggles faced by you as a teenager? What were the struggles faced by you as a teenager? And how do you look back at them to having contributed to your persona now?
Oh, there's many challenges I faced, many challenges. When I first took this knowledge around the world, people thought it is not for common people. They thought it is something crazy. From then on to, facing the challenges of ISIS, I was in Malaysia, I was in Cambodia. From there, I was going to Malaysia. And then the news came, the ISIS is going to attack us. We had planned 10,000 people yoga and meditation program in a stadium, Malaysians. And so the news came and the ambassador said, better you don't go to Malaysia, cancel. I said, I'm not going to be afraid. I have my own security. So I boarded the plane. I went. The hotels got threat from ISIS. They said, they're going to bomb the hotel I was going to stay. So like this we had, but we did the program. We had not 10 but 12,000 people came. Of course, it took delayed by 2 hours because everybody has to go through the screen and a metal detector and police restrictions were there. So Malaysia, we had like this in Penang, and we had many such issues. I was in Pakistan, we had some threats. I was in Iraq, there were some threats. In Kashmir, recently, one guy who was caught a terrorist who was caught by our intelligence has confessed that when we had a big program, Paigam-e Mohabbat, in Kashmir, where we had 10,000 people assembled in Srinagar, this man was sent by ISIS to sabotage that program, create garbad there, because they were scared that something is becoming very popular. The yoga, meditation, or the art of living is getting a lot of popularity. So they were asked to sabotage that, but nothing happened. We anyway did a program. So there are many such challenges, including the World Culture Festival. It is a world record, historic program when 7 acres of stage and 36,000 people danced on one stage. And there were some people trying to sabotage that, saying we are polluting the river, this and that. They were hand in glove with some all sorts of elements. So, but we had the same calmness and we continued and we took all those challenges. Yeah. Okay, one last one. Ek aakhri.
ठीक है.
Oh, this is also interesting. How do I become like you?
When you don't want anything for yourself, you become like me. Very simple. When you say, I want nothing for myself, but I want to do everything for everybody. That one thought in you, one determination in you, remember, you are me and I am you. Okay?
Gurudev, one last request. My phone is full of messages from the students and they are requesting that they want a panel discussion with you, like now the directors are having.
We can have a sessions too with maybe one student from each campus later.
Yeah,
that will be
we
good.
will have some time. Yes, we will do that. Okay.
Thank
All the
you
best.
so much.
Yeah, I would like to thank. I would like to thank Gurudev and like all the panelists, and I would also like to thank all other director campuses who are not here, directors, and all faculty members, students, everybody who has joined with us. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, Gurudev. Pranam.
Namaskar.